I say anything, this isn't just a music channel. It's a whatever I want to do kind of channel. You know, that's why there's like, I don't know, over 30 videos of me like voicing my opinions on stuff. Okay, so that being said, let's talk about the festivities. So this week's been sensational. I mean, the amount of people that are cheering for a person's death is kind of alarming. It's kind of concerning, actually. I didn't really like Mr. Kirk. You know, I didn't really like him, but you know, he did come up with some good points. And while I didn't agree with everything he said, you know, you could tell he was very educated in the subject he was talking about. What he had was an opinion, and he did not deserve to die for having his opinion. You know, but apparently people think, you know, that's okay. That's okay, you know? He doesn't agree with my values, he deserves to die. Like, what kind of barbaric way of thinking is that? And people still, he's dead, right? And people are still comparing him to a neo-Nazi. Like, do these people know what a neo-Nazi is? These same people are surprised that they get fired. Like, no, like, duh. You got fired because you were chanting and celebrating the death of a man that died, like, days ago. Like, it's still fresh on everybody's mind right now. Like, how smart is that, bro? Like, are you dumb? Are you stupid? You know, I'm just gonna go off the rim here and say that these are the same people that were cheering people exploding those Tesla cars way back earlier this year, maybe. Because this way of thinking is the same level of stupid. Thought I'd say something about this because, you know, to put in my little 2 cents, if anybody cares about that. Again, like I said, I don't agree with everything this man said. I wasn't too keen on what he said about the civil rights movement, or some statements about black women. He did come up with a lot of good statements, and with backed up by a lot of facts, and backed up by a lot of history. You know, he wasn't just talking out of his ass. You know, there were actual solid statements. You know, like the connection between black people and poverty. I'm not gonna go too deep on it because like there's like millions of videos at this point, or at least thousands, about this particular death and how people are handling it. I think I watched a few videos to where like people are converting to like the right side, but that's not any better because you know they're shady as well. You know, I've talked about both sides. You know, they're all shady. Come on, man. And before I forget, like I said before, he had an opinion. While it was totally out there most of the time, you know, he wasn't about hate, despite what people say. He was willing to have a conversation with different people that aren't from his circle. And because of that, people hate him. And because of that, that's why people are showing a lack of humanity and are cheering his death. And it's the most inhumane thing you could possibly do. Not only that, but isn't this against the right to free speech? That's what everybody's complaining about, you know? And people are cheering this guy's death because he has an opinion that's different from you. Like, shut up. Have a nice day.